comes from inside his own 5. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Toledo Rockets offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it. And he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
The give to the back. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Makes the grab on the left. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. And the Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Bulls his way forward. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Looking to move it through the air. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Wide out in motion. In the red area, it's Washington. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe become the goal.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some balls, they've got some moods, bad intentions. Nice play there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll send out the kicker again. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The defense is this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Reads it, fires complete. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
But we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown. They just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead from on.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and 4. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown, Florida! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. It seems like he each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown.
He did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The running back has it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Here comes the offense on second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Back to it and open the second period. The give from the gun. Nice move to pick up yardage. Fouls through the defense. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll try it again. Nice, solid 4 tackle from this sophomore. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Osborne. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a...
The expressway is wide open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Washington. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle back.
And he can't find the receiver, and down he goes. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. And the Rockets are threatening on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rockets. The AT unit on the field. blitz the uprights. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return after 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go deep across the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Gators' ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
And we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Gators want to move quickly. Quick release on the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Back to the air one more time. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He'll come through on third down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
So after the first down run, here's second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute execute, and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Coming out with it, it's Weaver. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Weaver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, we've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Rockets will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here... They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with the Lakers.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the league. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The RPO fired complete to the left.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It's a draw. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Snap it to the back. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do...
Off he goes! At the 20! And he got away from the defense and takes it in! Touchdown, Florida! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 21 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Open space on the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
It's caught. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Give to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Handoff from the gun. Hard running there. Pulled down for the tackle.
Nice play call there on the second down by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football. Now, of course, it sets up the third and manageable situation.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions really need to cash in on this drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Bringing the heat. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind it. There's a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him on the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
They'll go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Give me something. Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They're going to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, give it the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. after putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Got his man on the right. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Trying play action. Buys a little time. Fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Gators headed quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field, and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Meredith is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on the first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Looking to pass. It's Osborne. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Toledo. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, and the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. On second down, will they go back to the ground game?
A great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll fire. He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Quarterback adapted. Got it past the marker. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there. Getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And the Gators have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Abrams. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Snap from the gun on third down. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day. After grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
This guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Rockets offense is back on the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Osborne. Using the quick game.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He wants to pass it on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Dumps it to the back. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've moved it into scoring territory, first and 10 from the 11. They're going to throw it again. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here and try to get off that third down play. Now the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Gators sending the offense back to work. One-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a dub.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up.